Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing Don't Leave Home, which is a personal policy I live by. Don't leave home unless I absolutely have to. Really quick though, before I get into anything, I want to say a huge welcome and kind of belated, sorry I didn't realize your shout out was gonna be so late, but I really wanted to give a warm welcome to Alyssa and Kevin for joining my creepy patron peep fam. I love you guys. Thank you for your support. There's always a link for my Patreon in the description if you ever want to check it out and check out what kind of perks you might want to get for supporting my channel. So thank you again, Alyssa and Kevin, and let's get into this review. Alright, so written and directed by Michael Tully, Don't Leave Home follows Melanie, an American artist whose latest work is inspired by a disturbing Irish urban legend and a reclusive former priest. Melanie finds herself at the estate of the reclusive priest, now painter, as she uncovers the truth behind the legends. So this is a slow burn horror movie. I feel like I've been talking about them a lot lately. This kind of gives me the same vibes as like 60s and 70s folk horror, like The Wicker Man, The Blood on Satan's Claw, Witchfinder General, and or The Conqueror Worm, whatever you want to call it, The Witches, that sort of stuff. Especially with the whole like Irish countryside setting that this movie has. Like, loved the vibes. And everything in the movie is nice and gloomy and dark and shadowy, and I was really vibing with like the look and feel of this movie. It's very atmospheric, very aesthetically pleasing if you like that sort of like overcast kind of thing, which I do. It was exactly my cup of tea. I will say though, this is a slow burn that doesn't necessarily go anywhere, and I'm gonna try my best to expand on that without spoiling it. Don't worry, there will not be spoilers in this review. But I also feel like the fact that it doesn't really go anywhere is kind of the point, which I'm gonna get into. So Melanie, our main character, is an artist, like I said, to be more exact, a miniaturist. And Father Burke, whose estate she goes to, is also an artist. Like I said, he's a painter. The film has very kind of obvious themes of like art and religion and the role they play in our lives, even nature and everything to an extent. Although the film doesn't really offer up any answers or conclusions for these things. I know that sounds super vague, but like I said, I'm trying not to spoil anything. So, but the themes of like, just take art for example, like, you know, art imitating life, life imitating art, the role art plays in our lives, and blah 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 blah, all that stuff, plus the other topics of like religion and nature. Those are topics you could go round and round on, I feel like, and still not come to any other. It's kind of like philosophy, you know? Anyone who took a philosophy course in college, all my friends who did, the one thing I heard from each and every one of them is it's a class where you can just go around and around on topics and never get anywhere. Like, it's just, you know, you just have like all these discussions and it, you know, it doesn't really go anywhere. You guys know what I mean? That's what this movie feels like. You know, it's a topic that you could expand on for a while and still get nowhere. So I think that was kind of the point of the movie, but I didn't really like that. Basically, it's a beautiful looking and haunting film with a great score and, like I said, great aesthetics, just great atmosphere in general. But in terms of like the plot, it doesn't really go anywhere. You know, like, I like a good slow burn that slowly builds up the tension and kind of like explodes at the end. Like, if you saw my video on Ty West last week, it's exactly the sort of stuff I was talking about. This movie doesn't do that, so it kind of just like fizzles out into nothing at the end. I know a lot of people do like that, so if you don't mind that, definitely check out this movie. Overall though, for me, I didn't quite like it. I felt like it was just okay, so I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. It might be one I go back and revisit because I feel like I still didn't really get the movie and at least from a couple of the reviews I've read online, it seems to be like the same feeling. This is definitely one that like critics really love, but it doesn't seem like audiences are really loving, because on IMDb it has a 4.8 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes it has a 78% critic score out of 18 reviews, but a 22% audience score, and that's out of 235 reviews. On Letterboxd it has a 2.7 out of 5, and for those of you guys that have seen it, y'all are pretty much the same, ranges from 2 to 3.5 stars. So we're all dancing around the kind of average rating. So if you have seen Don't Leave Home already, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a Creepy View today. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can ring the notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video. Sometimes. Doesn't always work. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye!
This video is brought to you by all these lovely creepy patron peeps that you see listed on the left-hand side of the screen. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link that is in the description of this video. No pressure, but it's there if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye!